Hey guys, I might wait just a second, just chat a little bit, because I want to make sure that some people get on. I know that some people have been using these so that they can worship in their home. As I've said before, just kind of a precursor. I've been used to going into places where they maybe don't have all the spots on their worship team filled. They need them filled. They need them filled quickly. But the problem is that a lot of times you might have people who are willing out in the congregation, but they think like it's going to take them 6 months of learning, or a year of learning, or something like that, in order to get onto the worship team. And I just am a firm believer that it doesn't need to take that long. It can be very quick, and you can at least learn enough to hang in there with the team and at least hit the chords and fill in that spot for them while they need it, all those kind of things. But I don't believe that there should ever be a time where worship teams go without simply because they can't find somebody. Just real quick, I used to pull kids off of if my bass player was gone for the week. I'd go in on a Wednesday night, grab a kid out of the youth group and teach him, bass, and basically say, well, I'll make sure all the songs fit what I just taught you, and you're playing on Sunday. So it doesn't have to take forever. It can be a quick little process. So here we go. So the first lesson, we'll plop the links to the first and second lesson down below, or you can go back through our feed. But basically, I'm just teaching you the chords in the key of G, and I might show you a capo today too, just because it makes it real easy. But the gist of it is this: so we went over G and C, and my ring finger, when I teach you in the key of G, my ring finger will never have to leave this place. So here's where our fingers are placed. I'm going to go to the second string from the bottom and put my ring finger on the third. And I'm never going, so this is 1, 2, 3. So I'm second string from the bottom, third fret. Then I'm putting my pinky underneath that. I'm going all the way to the top, putting my middle finger up here. And then also on the third. And then I'm putting my index finger on the second fret. So that makes my G chord. If I just move those two top fingers down one, that's my C chord. So then I move them back up. That's my G. Back down is my C. And we did a lot of songs with that, like ABBA. We did the song ABBA. We did Set a Fire. We did the verses of Build My Life. So there are a lot of songs that you can do with just moving from G to C. All you have to do is plop those two fingers back and forth. Then we learned the E minor chord, which the E minor chord actually makes some of those songs the real way that they're played. So when you walk into the room, Set a Fire, all those, they use G, C, E minor, C. So all we're doing is throwing in that third chord of E minor, which to get there, I go back to my G chord and I swing. I pick up my middle finger and I put it on the string right below my first finger. So those two are both sitting in the second fret. Okay? But I can leave this middle finger. I can even leave the pinky if I want. But I moved to here with that middle finger. So that's really the only thing that needs to move. Or I can lift this pinky if I want. Okay? So I'd go, so set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Okay, so all I'm doing, I move these two fingers down. I move them back up, swing this one underneath. And then go back to that C chord again. So really easy to do the G, C, E minor, C. Today we're going to do the D chord. And so the reason why I show how to play this way in the key of G is because I never let my ring finger, I never have to let my ring finger move. So that way, you know, I feel like when we first start learning guitar, people think that it looks like this, that I'm going to have to go here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and I'm going to have to move my hand everywhere. And how are my fingers all going to learn how to move to different spots all at the same time? And that is tough. So, but I'm going to tell you, when I do worship, I almost always stick to these kind of basics for my main thought process. Once I get rolling, who knows what's going on. But I kind of always start off super simple. And so we have our G, C, E minor. And so here's where our D comes in. I'm going to leave this ring finger where it is. These two fingers up here are going to move down. And this can be kind of a tricky chord for some people. But they're going to move down. They're going to stay in the second fret. But that middle finger is going to go to the bottom string. And then the first finger is going to go to the third from the bottom string there. Okay, so G, C, I'm going to go to my E minor, and then those two are going to walk down, go to the bottom string, and go to the third from the bottom string. That gives me my D chord. So you might be going, well, what uses a G, C, E minor, and D? And this is pretty much every worship song. If you can get 4 chords down, you've got every worship song that you could really do for the most part. I typically think of the song Beautiful by Phil Wickham. It goes, oh, oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Okay, and with all of these, the key is to learning guitar. If you can play it slow, you'll learn to do it faster. So I had someone send me their video this week and say, yeah, I just need to get my fingers to move faster. Here's my encouragement to that. A, that'll come. But secondly, I'd tell you, start really slow. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So slow it down, and then once you feel comfortable there, you can take it a little bit faster. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting really clean sound on each string. I don't want to hear a bunch of dead frets as I'm playing. So practice it slowly. I'm trying to think of some others. G, C, E minor, D. G, D, E minor, C. So we're switching the direction. So instead of G, C, E minor, D, doing G, D, E minor, C is how great is our God. Sing with me, how Oh wait, no. Nope, that's G, C, E minor, D. How great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. So same thing, G, C, E minor, D. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. And then if you want to reverse it, then it's God of wonders beyond our galaxy. G, D, you are holy. Okay, so G, D, E minor, C in that case. And then something I want to show you. So since we've covered those 4 chords, some of you might be going, like with me, like I'm sitting there going, oh. You might be going, well, man, it sounds like you can't really hit that. And if all I know is how to play in the key of G, what am I going to do? And that's where these awesome little things come in. These are called capos. And so that might be hard for me to sing in that area because it might be slightly too high for me to sing, but it might be too low, like I can't get low enough to sing it at that point either. So each of these frets goes up a half step, takes it up a half step. So if you find a little chart and maybe we'll link that in the comments too, but you find a little chart that shows you how the musical alphabet works. So you have G, this would be G sharp, A sharp, B. This is the key of C. So if I know that I can sing it in the key of C, if I know I can sing it in the key of C, I would walk my way up to the 5th fret and mark it off there, and I'd still play the same pattern that I just played, but now because I marked it off, I'm actually playing in the key of C. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see how great is our God. So it moves it up into a different key without you having to learn how to play a different key. So, Timothy, that's funny. I have never actually even thought of that, and I've been a guitar player for I don't know how long. So, but anyways, so if you get yourself a capo, that way, before you even start learning other keys, you can just move up and down and find out where it's comfortable for you to sing with. Or if someone says, well, I play that in the key of C, you can walk your way up and know that I play that. I mark off on the 5th fret and just still play my same chords. So anyways, hope that's beneficial for you. Hope you are taking some time to just learn some songs, some worship songs, and that you're learning at home. And like I said, that way, I believe that churches just should never be in a position where they go, well, we just don't have anybody to be on the worship team. We're called to serve. We're called to serve, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be Chris Tomlin. You don't have to be Corey Asbury. You don't have to be someone who's been doing it for years. You just have to have a heart to do it. And, some of the best worship I've ever seen is from 10, 11-year-olds who just said, sure, show me how to play. And so, and just because they were willing to do it, I'm not even talking about once we got into the congregational stuff, sitting with them and just personally worshiping with them was some of the best times I've ever had. So if you've been catching my son, Zaylen, just getting up and doing stuff on the mics here at home and just having fun, it's some of the most beautiful time to watch people just worship without worrying about being performance oriented, but just being in front of an audience of one. So hope this is beneficial. Hope you are learning to worship with the guitar. And like I said, I'll be doing some videos after we get rolling on these. I'll do some with piano and maybe with bass guitar as well. So God bless. Hope you're having a great night.